So today we have the ZeroG, and this is a floating canister vacuum that's only been around for about 6 months. Now, I actually asked the company if they'd send me a test unit to try this because it was really new and I hadn't seen very many reviews on it. And they were very generous and sent me this machine to try out. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with the way this performs and how easy it is to use. So to start off, we have down here at the canister a 30-foot long cord, and they opted not to do any sort of rewinder on this because with a rewinder it would have made the weight of the vacuum fall towards the back and it would have messed with the floating, which is really this vacuum's selling point. And I do have to say the floating on this thing works really well. So we have 30-foot cord here and it just wraps right around the body. So we'll plug this in. Now some other cool things that this machine has, and we'll get to the floating in a second, but back here it has a bag check clog indicator light. When your airflow is restricted, it'll turn on, letting you know to check the bag. We have this white, yellow, and purple color scheme, which I personally think looks really good. You have a wraparound bumper, so when you bump into anything, it's not going to leave any scrapes or scuffs. Right here is the latch to open your bag door, and in here we have this cloth bag, and they actually have a patent on this bag material. They infuse silver into the bag, and that's supposed to help with any bacteria or fungus that's in the air, and it's going to kill that for you. So good bag material. You have a nice seal right around up at the top, and then this nice big cardboard collar, and this fits into an inner bag, which is an extra layer of filtration. If anything would happen to this bag, you have this to catch any dirt, and then below that, down here in the chamber, you have your vents all around to help maintain your suction and airflow. And then you also have this pre-motor filter that has a charcoal layer at the bottom to help deal with any smells that might come out. So on this, they put metal on the sides, and that's because this actually locks into the vacuum with these magnets that sit right here. And you can see that right around here on the black, or this black right here, it's actually a rubber gasket so that everything really seals up well with this vacuum. When your bag is full, you have this cardboard dust flap. Just push it right in and you won't have any dirt leak out. So another really nice design feature. Now this vacuum, the canister itself, I believe only weighs 9 pounds. It's really nice, nice and light, easy to carry around. You have your hose inlet right here, and then your power takeoff socket, because this is the only floating vacuum that actually has a power nozzle, and there's some really nice things about that. This power nozzle was the earlier generation, was sold for quite a while with central vacuums, and it was known as the edge lift nozzle, and that would be because down here at the bottom you have these dedicated suction channels, and it's like running a crevice tool around on your floor just with this head on. So if you have any dirt or dust, or if you have pet hair likes to get up in the corners, you have these dedicated channels right here on the side that help put suction right in the crevices and pick all the dirt up. Now right here you have a double chevron roller brush, and the bristles aren't like cheap quality, they're actually really nice. They feel fairly soft, but on the carpet they give really, really good agitation. And then over here at the sides, a little hard to see, but it actually is metal end caps on either side. This has a non-stretch Clog belt system with a belt protection system, and I will demonstrate that when we get running. This also has a stationary brush right here, because you can shut the brush roll off and use this right on your hardwood floors if you choose to do this. This brush right here helps just keep stuff from sliding back behind the air path, and this works really good on any sort of like laminate or linoleum kind of flooring. So up here at the top, you see these are two clear windows, and it lets you see what dirt is being picked up if you're using a vacuum that doesn't work very well. The first couple times you use this, you'll be able to see a lot of dust and dirt getting picked up. And then for any thick rugs or carpets, they put this vent right here. And how this works is when you open the vent up, air is angled down into the area where the brush roll is. So you don't have that, that lock of suction to the carpet, but you still get that air still actively cleaning the carpet. So really nice design, and I like how this works. I've had to use this on a couple carpets, and it works really well to make the vacuum move a lot easier. As we go up a little bit, you have this foam area where you can place your foot on and then pull back on your handle. Now this right here uses a magnetic retainment system to hold the wand upright. It's never given out or anything. That can be a problem with magnetic latching systems, but this one's held up pretty nice for the time that I've used it, and I like how it works. Down here you can push this button and your wand will come right out of here. If you want to put any of your attachments on the end of the wand, you can do that. And we have quite a few attachments. Now, they send them all right here in a little storage bag. And the idea behind this was, instead of putting all these attachments that you're probably not going to use every time you vacuum on the machine, you can just put them right in this bag right here. It keeps them all together. When you need to use your tools, just grab your vacuum bag, and when you don't, you can just set it aside. But this hooks right up to the wand, so we'll talk about that in detail a little later. But you have these three tools that can be hooked right to the bottom of this wand if you need extended reach. You have a crevice tool for getting any nooks and crannies that you're not running the edge lift nozzle around on, that power nozzle. You have a really soft dusting brush. This seems to be made out of horsehair. It's a really full brush, nice and soft. You're not going to scratch anything if you use this. Really good quality, and I like how it works. And then you have this, which is your straight suction upholstery brush. And you have some options with this. You can either use it with this bristle brush on it if you have some more stubborn dirt to get. You can use it just like this, and if you want to, you can slide the brushes off and just use the straight suction through the plastic tool. And this would be good if you just had like drapes or something that you wanted to clean. It would slide a little easier over this plastic. So it gives you some options on how you want to use that. And then we'll just throw these right back in the bag. Now, for bare floor cleaning, they do include a dedicated horsehair brush floor attachment, and as you can see, it comes with its own extension tube. Now, the brush itself is really as soft as that dusting brush is. If you have any hardwood floor, any high polished floors, this is going to be a really nice tool to use on that because it's not going to scratch. Down here you can see there's airflow cutouts so that debris can get pulled in to the tool, and there's rubberized cast wheels on either side. So this pushes really nice across any kind of hardwood floor that you have. Now, with the in addition to your floor tool, they send you with this send you a plastic telescoping tube, and you can either just keep this hooked right on to your bare floor brush and just switch out between the electrified pole. Just leave this on your power head and then hook the wand or the handle right up to your floor tool. This makes the whole thing nice and lightweight, easy to get around chairs, tables, under low furniture, anything like that, and makes the whole experience a lot easier to use. Or if you need extra high reach, if one pole isn't sufficient enough, extend it all the way out, which on the metal tube is just done by pushing this tab down and extending out. You can increase the length that you can reach by putting the plastic tube and fit it right on the end, and now you can get right up to a ceiling. Now keep in mind, I'm sitting on the floor and I can touch the ceiling with this amount of reach. So if you have something really high up or a really far place away, you can get it with both these extension tubes hooked together. So really versatile, really nice to use. Gets pretty much any place you'd want to get with a vacuum, and makes it really easy. And the power that this vacuum has, which I'll show in a minute, is really impressive. So let's hook this up to our power nozzle. I'll just talk about the mini power nozzle for a second before we get on to our floor test, and that would be this. ZeroG calls this their Stair Pro Tool. And this is a mini motorized power head, chevron brushes, and you can use this on carpeted stairs. You can use this on your sofa, your chair, anything that has is either carpeted or a soft surface. And this, instead of being like a turbo brush that runs on the airflow of your vacuum cleaner to make a little turbine spin, is actually powered by a motor, and it takes the power right from the handle, puts it through a motor, and that's what causes this brush to spin. So the brush spins a lot more consistently and has a lot more power than a turbo tool would. And this is just included with the vacuum cleaner whenever you buy a ZeroG. So really nice to have this. We'll set these tools off to the side for a minute. Now right here, you can see they send you with this Velcro band, and that's to help you hold your hose up off the ground if you choose to store the two pieces of the vacuum separated. To put this into the vacuum, all you got to do is you take this arrow right here and match it up to the arrow inlet on the ZeroG. You're just going to take this, push it right into place. It has a locking mechanism on either side, and then you're going to take your little pigtail and just plug it right here into this yellow inlet. And now your vacuum is all set up to clean your carpets. So back here on the back, what you just heard me hit is the on-off power switch. So we'll just turn this on. We'll come over here to the carpet and extend the pole up. Now down on the floor, I have flour, I have rice, and I have some oatmeal. So let's turn on the power head and see what we can get up in one pass. So, let's just show this so that you know how well this did. This section right here is where the brushes are. Out here is cleaned by those edge lift air inlets that I showed you. I'm going to set this nozzle right back here, and if you come around here, you can see that the clean mark on the carpet is right up against the edge where that air channel is. So it picks up all the way either side of the vacuum cleaner. So if this was an edge, you'd be totally clean right up into the corner. As far as on the floor, you can see it picked up all the rice, all the flour, and all the oats in one pass, and it did it pretty fast. It was really easy to do, and all in all, this vacuum does work really well on carpets. So we'll just hook this wand back into the power nozzle. We'll finish cleaning up this, and then I'll show you the mini motorized power nozzle cleaning up some flour off of the sofa. Now there is one more important feature that I almost forgot about on the power nozzle itself, and that would be when I turn on the vacuum, you might have noticed that there's a green indicator light that turns on in the back. That's actually a belt protection system, so that if you're cleaning under your bed, or maybe you get a little too close to the edge of an area rug and it wraps up in the brushes, this power nozzle will shut itself off so that you don't break a belt and you don't have to take it in for any kind of service. So we'll just start it up and I'll show you with this shoelace. So it took a little minute, took a minute before it actually got tangled enough to be considered a clog, but you saw that that light turned red and the brush roll did shut off. So we'll just pull the shoe out. You can see the shoe itself, it's fine. No damage happened to it. So now when I turn this vacuum back on, you'll see that the power nozzle turns right back on to keep moving. Just like that. So now we'll go up the handle a little bit, and by just pushing this lever right here, you can pop your handle right out of your vacuum. And now we'll take our Stair Pro mini power nozzle, and it just hooks right in, just like that. So now when I turn the vacuum on, I'll flip this switch to the on position, and this is the what controls the power going to your power nozzle down there. You can see they have it labeled floors when you have it turned off, and that'll shut the brush roll down so you can use that nozzle to pick up anything on a hard floor, and then switch it over, and that'll turn it on the carpet so that you get the agitation out of the power nozzle. So with this, we'll just turn it on carpets. We'll come right over here to the couch, but I want to show you the floating ability that this canister has. Just take the cord out from under it. Turn around. Pulls along really easy. When you're vacuuming your carpets, you can't even feel this behind you. It feels virtually weightless. So we're going to turn on our tool, and we're going to clean up this flour. And now you could hear and see how much agitation it was giving to the fabric, and you could see all that flour, and that's just a simulation for dust, but it's going to do that to whatever dirt is in the actual material, and it's going to help break that loose and bring it up to the surface so that the ZeroG can pick it up, and it does that really well. So we'll move on. To remove this, you just push on the yellow button and take it right off. We're going to put on our plastic wand, fitted with our bare floor tool, and we're going to go up to the kitchen. Now, right now we have a little bunny that moves between the kitchen and the dining room that we have, and it likes to kick up a lot of its bedding. So we always have a lot of bedding on our floors, and I put down some flowers. So let's go up to the kitchen and we'll see how well the ZeroG does with that. So as you can see, it leads between the bunny and the flower, there's quite a mess up here on the floor. So we're just going to turn the ZeroG on and see what it can do with that. See, it makes light work out of big messes, and I really have found that no matter what I put the ZeroG up against, it really does clean the floors or whatever I'm cleaning with it. It cleans it a lot faster than a lot of vacuums that I've used, and it does it really easily, just like little thoughts like this, like making lighter extension poles for floor cleaning. And you get a really, really long hose on this vacuum. I'd say it's, probably at least 7 or 8 feet long. I mean, it's really a long hose. And then you get your 30 feet of cord. The canister itself floats around. It's really, it's one of the easiest vacuums that I've ever used. And I really do like this. So, I really like a lot of things about the ZeroG. The only thing that I really like to see them improve upon is the cord storage. Now, there's 2 ways that you can store the cord on the ZeroG, and one of them is like this with the cord wrapped around the body. If you choose to store the cord like this, you have to take the hose out of the machine and then unplug your cord for your power nozzle so that the cord can wrap around like this. And when you do it like this, you use the bag latch as your front hook, and then you use where the cord comes out at the back of the machine as your second hook. The other way that you can store your cord on this machine is with this Velcro strap that's sitting up top on the handle right now. And what you're supposed to do if you store the cord that way is you take the cord and just kind of wrap it around your arm. And then when all the cord's wrapped up, you're supposed to take this Velcro strap right here and wrap it around the middle of the cord. Just kind of like this. And then after you have all this wrapped up and put together, you can take your cord and stick it up in the handle, and as you can see, it is a little fiddly to try and get everything to work just right. Let me see. Yeah. And then you take, obviously you wrap up the whole cord, then you take it and you stick it up in here like this, and that'll hold your cord. In talking with ZeroG, because they had asked me what I liked and what I didn't like about their vacuum, this was one of the only things, or it was the only thing that I brought up to them, and they had said something that they're fixing the cord design, improving upon it, which I thought, for just being some guy on YouTube that just said, hey, I'd like it if you improved your cord, for a company to be like, okay, well, here's what we're thinking about. That really speaks highly of the company in my mind, that they're so receptive to feedback and fixing their products. So all in all, I really do like the ZeroG. It's really powerful, it's really easy to use, it cleans up all the dirt throughout your house really fast and easy. So I would definitely recommend the ZeroG if you're looking for a vacuum. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.